Alright, so this Thomas is not real. It's just an edit. And that's a good thing. If it was actually real, it would be just another step in the wrong direction. It's a terrible fake release. But that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about how fans are responding to the new merchandise nowadays and the 80th anniversary items. From what I have seen, at least, in my comment sections and in my Discord server. So many fans got so excited at the thought of this Thomas releasing. But why? It's a repaint of a Thomas from a line that is a complete failure. There's zero effort shown when companies release repaints year after year. Bachman. It's like people are just thankful to get anything released at all, no matter how bad it is. The CGI series, Big World, Big Adventures, All Engines Go, etc. Just because Mattel gives us something doesn't mean we have to be thankful for it or show any support. They turned Thomas into a brainless corporate identity. But one piece of merchandise that was announced that most, if not all fans loved was the Railway Series inspired Thomas from the Tomica Playrail line. And yeah, that's justified. It's a very good release. Is it exactly accurate to the Railway Series in terms of proportions? No, but it doesn't need to be, nor does it have to be. Fans who are hung up on proportions are insufferable. If you care about proportions that bad, stick to Bachman and shut the fuck up. It's a Tomica Playrail release, and it's accurate to just that. That's all that matters. The same goes for Thomas Wooden Railway. That's one of the many reasons why the current line is a failure. It's not accurate to Thomas Wooden Railway and what it is at its core. Now you may say, well, actually, Solar Productions, you said this motorized Thomas isn't good because it's not accurate and has bad proportions. My response to that would be, yes, I did say that. But I also said this motorized Thomas looks incredibly cheap, just like all of Mattel's motorized lines. There's a big difference between being accurate to the line itself and just being a cheaply made, wacky product. This Tomica Playrail Thomas is accurate and just looks like a high quality toy that kids deserve. This garbage does not. It looks cheaply made, period. Let's stop acting like kids and even older fans don't deserve high quality merchandise. But overall, besides the Playrail Thomas and the Gold Thomas Mini, fans don't seem too excited for the upcoming merchandise. I think Bachman's 2025 announcements really hammered that home. Looking back at the 80th anniversary set, it's really lazy. Besides 2 or 3 paint changes on Thomas, he is the exact same, and the average fan is not even going to recognize those changes. The face is terrible, not to mention Thomas still has his outdated lamp from the early 2000s. We can and should be nitpicky about Bachman items. It's a model train line, specifically designed to be exactly accurate to the TV series. Bachman Thomas right out of the box is not good. Most fans feel let down by this set. The rolling stock is nice, but again, they're all repaints. The core idea of this set is good, basing it off a Railway Series story, but the final product is lazy. The set itself is also just an oval of black Easy Track. No switches, no accessories, nothing. And we all know it will be overpriced as hell. The vans are nice, but they just feel lackluster. G-Scale and N-Scale are seeing repaints as well. Bachman is clearly quantity over quality. The same goes for Lionel. They release boxcars for anything and everything. These are nothing special. The saving grace is the classic Thomas imaging on them. Wooden Railway gave us another repaint of Thomas for their Day Out with Thomas events, which is just laughable at this point. And most, if not all people agreed in my Discord server that this push-along Thomas just is not very good. It's half-baked at best. But if you're a CGI ride or die, you may like this Thomas. But CGI Thomas is not classic Thomas, despite what Mattel thinks.
Right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry.
Even so, there's no thought, no pushing the boundaries, no including other characters, no genuine effort. Mattel just spirals and releases something we've already seen a million times before, but somehow always makes it worse, always lowers the quality. The same goes for the show. Now, of course, there will be people that disagree and think more merchandise is always a good thing, no matter what it is. But the question I would ask to those people is, why do you feel this way? The brand has been on a downward slope for well over a decade. The show itself was trashed, rebooted twice, became All Engines Go, which is about to be cancelled, probably. The motorized line became cheaper and lower quality than ever. The wooden railway line rebooted twice and failed both times, not seeing any more releases. And now only seeing repaints of Thomas once a year. Bachmann is going strong, but with the sheer amount of items they are releasing each year, more of those items are seeing less effort for a higher price tag. Not to mention the sheer amount of repaints for every single line. Playrail is doing its thing and also going strong, but for us Americans, it's not very accessible. I feel like we all try to get excited for these new merchandise releases because of how bad the merchandise has been for a very long time. And we try really hard for a time like this, such as an anniversary. But it's clear that so many people agree that this merchandise isn't very good. Not worth the price tags and not really worth the hype. Not showing genuine effort, love, and care from Mattel. But that's nothing new. And of course, there will be little Timmies in the comments saying all fans are haters and you're just being ungrateful.
Right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care. Jerry.
It's not even a discussion. Mattel ruined the franchise, CGI to Big World Big Adventures to All Engines Go, ruined the merchandise, and it's clear most fans don't ever see it recovering as a whole.